Veterinary friends, welcome to Dr. Vet channel in the lecture of Babesiosis Part 4. I am Dr. P.R. Patel, Professor and Head Veterinary Medicine. In this Babesiosis Part 4, we will see the necropsy lesions, diagnosis, serological tests, differential diagnosis, treatment, and control of babesiosis. Here we will see necropsy findings and the lesions. On postmortem and physical examination that shows enlargement of the spleen, splenomegaly, enlargement of lymph nodes, lymphadenomegaly, hematuria, presence of red urine in the bladder, and the whole carcass is yellowish in color, suggest icterus. Carcass is anemic and icterus is jaundiced. The kidney is swollen and a dark reddish brown in color because large molecule of this hemoglobin are trapped in the kidney. Renal bladder contain reddish pink or coffee colored urine. Hemoglobinuria. Heart muscles shows a peculiar characteristic myocardial ecchymosis, and this is highly suggestive of babesiosis. Intravascular clotting of the blood, splenomegaly and hepatomegaly, especially in dog, enlargement and congestion of lymph nodes. With this necropsy finding, there is no difficulty in diagnosis of babesiosis. Coming to the diagnosis, there is history of presence of tick and very characteristic clinical signs are of diagnostic value. Anemia, hemoglobinemia, icterus, hematuria, red colored urine. These are the characteristic clinical signs of the babesiosis. At the same time, clinician can observe the presence of heavy infestation with ticks on the animal. Further diagnosis can be confirmed by demonstration of parasites in red blood cells of peripheral blood smears. Two smears are to be prepared, thin blood smear and a thick blood smear, because in some time when the parasitemia is less, it is difficult to provide diagnosis by thin blood smears. So thick blood smears also will help, and stain with appropriate stains, right stains or Giemsa stain. Clear-cut parasites are found inside the RBC. Most common characteristic is the morphology of Babesia, that is intra-erythrocytic parasites. The size is 2.4 millimeter to 5 millimeter, quite big in size. The various shapes are large pyroplasm, round, pyriform or pear-shaped, oval or irregular form. may be occurring singly or in pair, or characteristically a pear-shaped and in pairs forming an acute angle in RBC is very characteristic. Characteristically, the pear-shaped large form with the narrow ends at an acute angle and a small form at an obtuse angle is also observed. Here we will see the serological tests that are useful for the diagnosis. Indirect fluorescent antibody test IFA is used most frequently in the field. Immunodiagnosis in subclinical infections can be diagnosed by IHA, indirect hemagglutination antibody, and it is 80% effective in field infections. The IFA, complement filtration test, IHA, and capillary agglutination test, they are very specific and no cross reactions are observed. Other many tests are there. Some of useful tests are latex agglutination test, card agglutination test, ELISA, microplate enzyme immunoassay. IFA differentiates antibody due to vaccination and natural infection. So this IFA is very much useful, and IHA is used and it is 80% effective in field infections. Now differential diagnosis. In Babesia we have seen it is manifested by cerebral symptoms, anemia, hemoglobinuria. So these things are also observed in many other diseases. So they are confused with the following diseases. Erythrogenosis is also manifested by anemia. Theileriosis, also similar symptoms. Leptospirosis, anaplasmosis, trypanosomiasis, bacillary hemoglobinuria, rabies especially shows the cerebral symptoms, and copper toxicity. These diseases are required to be differentiated from babesiosis. Treatment aspect, we will see here the specific treatment. Many quinine preparations and related drugs are used. The various groups are mentioned here. Aromatic diamidins, they are imidocarb, dipropionate, imizole, and very important is diaminosin aceturate. Now famous product is Barenil. It is safe and effective to treat almost all species of animals. Quinuronium derivatives such as acaprin, bebezan, pyroplasmin, and pyruvan. Other aromatic diamidins are diampron, phenamidine, pentamidine. Other drugs are previously used and nowadays they are not used. Trifon blue solution, acryflamin 5%. Nowadays these are not used because better drugs are available. Amicarbalide and primaclid. This babesiosis It is easy to treat and successfully treatment is available, so there is no problem. Generally, the specific treatment along with that supportive treatment are also required, such as analgesics, antipyretics to correct fever and pain. Glucose saline also given to correct dehydration, correction of anemia. In severe cases, whole blood transfusion is indicated. Hematinic preparations which contain iron, calcium, copper, cobalt, folic acid, liver extract which also hematinics and vitamin B complex help for the early recovery of the clinical case. Here we will see the control. The control is effective by the combination of three things. One is treatment of cases, vaccination, and tick control. Segregation or separation and treatment of animal harboring the infection. Chemoprophylaxis such as imidocarb for 2 months, which allows animal to infected gradually, and there is immunity also. So animals are saved from the further higher infection. Control of ticks by use of acaricides, repellents, dipping of animals at regular interval. The vaccination program minimize the severity of infection and effective in diminishing the pathologic effect of the body. So this also very help. The killed vaccine with incomplete fruits adjuvant and irradiated Babesia species is used. So control can be achieved by systematic treatment, vaccination program, and effective tick control program. Friends, share this information to other veterinarians, subscribe the channel, and thank you very much for observing this video. Next time we'll come with another protozoal disease for the benefits of the farmer. Thanks.